This is a new uncharted territory for college football, man. Obviously this isn't the college football that we grew up, but hey, like we said, it's either you evolve or you die. So we got to evolve.
Hmm.
Um, so enough on that topic. I want to go into the win totals for
Yeah.
2024. I find a lot of these definitely very, very interesting
Yeah.
for a few of these teams with
Yeah.
returning. So at least the top. Well, we're going to do these like four at a time, and then we're going to just
Yeah.
have our thoughts. So the
Okay.
top four for win totals are K State, Utah, Arizona, and Kansas.
Yeah. Okay, so when I look at that, that's obviously going to be like the tier of like the true contenders within the Big 12. Those are like the big name teams. Obviously, Utah and Arizona are the new guys coming in from over from the Pac-12, and obviously Utah, especially standing out as they, I Bleav they've won either back to back or two within 3 years of being the Pac-12 champions, and have made the Rose Bowl multiple times.
Right.
So that kind of boosts the like the prestige of the conference a little bit. And then Arizona also went bowling, having beat Oklahoma in the Alamo Bowl last season. So that kind of boosts the conference a little more. And then to the two Kansas schools, Kansas State and Kansas. What I find most interesting about Kansas is obviously they're not going to be playing in their home stadium.
Yeah.
David or yeah, their stadium's under construction, so they're going to be playing their home games at Arrowhead Stadium, technically branded GHA Field at Arrowhead Stadium, home
Right.
of the Kansas City Chiefs. So I find that pretty interesting and how that's going to play into the atmosphere for Kansas. But I kind of wanted to break down like the rosters and
Yeah.
I want to start with Kansas State. So
Yeah.
Kansas State, obviously Avery Johnson is like going to be their guy, inclining to be.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm thinking, well, I mean, we saw obviously Will Howard and how Chris Kleiman, his guys do. Obviously, Kansas State a couple years ago won the Big 12 over
Right.
the national championship runner-up TCU.
Yep.
So they have that kind of put themselves in a good position. But I'm really interested to see how Avery Johnson plays.
I think that's going to be the thing. I agree with them being up there. I think it's really gonna depend on his development going into year two, and now he's gonna have to play a full season. I think he only played what like 5 games or whatever to end the season. So it's gonna be interesting to see how his development comes. The rest of the team is pretty good. DJ Giddens, their running back, is really really good running back, and I think
Hmm. For
Philip
sure.
Brooks is back too, but I'm not sure.
Uh, yeah, I think he might be.
Okay.
Well, I find that I kind of wanted to talk about the other Kansas school, Kansas.
Yeah. KU.
Now,
Yeah.
the last 2 years under Lance Leipold have been very impressive. From being
Hmm.
like one of the worst teams in the Power Five to being a solid contender and possibly like a contender for the Big 12.
Right.
Now, what I heard a lot about Kansas is kind of the help of is it Jaden or is it Jalon Daniels?
It's Jalon Daniels.
Yeah, I kind of wanted to see where he would like be at because I know obviously Jalon Daniels got injured, I Bleav halfway through last year, and Jason Bean took over at
Yeah.
quarterback. So, and I hear a lot of hype from the Kansas fan base about Jalon Daniels. Now, from the games that I did see him play in, he looks solid, but he hasn't been able to play a full season yet. So I'm thinking maybe that could play into how Kansas does this season. But if Jalon Daniels does play a full season and he plays like kind of how he did throughout the first half, Kansas can be right up there to possibly playing the Big 12 championship game.
I completely agree. I do get the hype from the KU fans. I think for me, I think it's can he stay healthy? Like I it's that's the key is can he stay healthy? That's the key for them. I don't know what they have at quarterback behind them, but